to the UKSS.com Battle Racing League. This is round 10, the final round of Season 3. Alongside with me, as always, there is Vebo.
Hey everybody, looking forward to some more racing action as usual.
As the last 3 rounds, we have a reverse grade per championship, and we're gonna enjoy this race since there is no championship to be decided. We have already our drivers' championship, our constructor championship, and so we're just gonna enjoy this race and this racing as always.
Absolutely, yeah. Looking forward to seeing how of course, we're not deciding the outright winner of the championship, but there is a lot to that hangs in the balance with this race. We'll take you through that a little bit later on, but just I know you wanted to update everybody, Leox, on where penalties and cards stood right now.
Yep. Me or you? Sorry.
I thought it was you.
Okay. I'll do it.
I can go find it.
No, don't worry. And XQK is on a yellow and a green card for this race. His yellow carries over from 2 races ago, as his last race he received a green card. One more green card would mean a red card for an XQK, and so no points for the race, and also a disqualification for the championship, for the race and from the championship. So an XQK has to watch out for incidents. And then we have Pat that is on a green card for this race.
Absolutely. So yeah, we also have just a record lap time from season 1 was a 115 point. Let me get this right. What's written here? 108.178 was in the reverse grid race, and in terms of lap time outright, a 108.845 was season 2. So Brazil has been a popular choice for UKSS.
Oh, I think we've already started because there is no formation. Oh, there it is. It's actually already the race on XQK has already started, and Pat is just going turn 2. I think no one was expecting it.
No.
It's not the formation lap, right? Or it is?
I believe it is the formation lap. I think we're okay, but NXQK did tear away from the line, didn't he? Just to unseat us, and believe me, I've made that mistake in both versions. I've called the start of a race as a formation lap, and I've failed to call the start of a race thinking it was a formation lap. So,
okay.
So I feel a lot better about having made those mistakes now.
Okay, yeah, Simopets is still last, so it's definitely a formation lap.
He hasn't started lapping people just yet. Yeah,
because the lights on the how is it called on the
light gantry?
Yeah, where didn't go green, the 2 central ones. So I thought it was already the start, but luckily for us it's the formation lap, and we can have a look at the grid. And SQK start on pole alongside him Pat, then Lofty, Al Crane, OG Yoke, Moti Perez, Sabijaka, Warren, Tiburon and Truckster complete in the top 10. Sicario, Barks, Caparo, Sandman, Vumax, Thershark, Nicolas Boita, Erkis Montre, Ruthless Page and Simpez last.
And we've got everybody on soft tyres apart from 14th place Sandman, and then 16th backwards are all on mediums as well. So everyone at the back of the grid making similar strategic decisions. Of course, they all had free choice of decision here. But it's going to be a really intriguing strategy call for the drivers here today as well, Leox.
Yep. It's going to be a sunny race, as Warren informed us in the chat. Thank you, Warren. And now the drivers are lining up on the grid. There is a Ferrari quite far back. I think it's Vumax. Yep. And now we wait for the true 5 lights to go on. And then we go racing for the last time in this championship, but don't miss out the World Cup event next week.
Yeah, that should be really interesting, and we have some discussions to do to decide which tracks will be covered, but all eyes then on round 10 of this championship. I'll be watching from the back, Leox, and you take us through the front.
Yeah, 5 lights, and we go racing in Brazil. It's a good start for NXQK as well as Pat. They're gonna be going to turn 1. XQK take the long way around, staying in the lead quite nicely. Alcrane and Yoke, very good start. Ooh, and there is an Alfa Romeo goes round, and it lost. Yeah, Motipera lost the car. Let's see, Yoke is already on the tail of Pat and he's trying to go down inside on turn 2. Can he manage to make the move stick? He does. He does. Oh, and there is a house go around and also another Alfa Romeo. And it's Pat already out of the race as well as Warren.
Oh, we've got 3, 4, 5 cars out of contention right now, as Simapes is gifted at least 5 places off the back. We've got Warren and Pat confirmed out of the race, but Monty Perez, Hercus Monte, Lofty all wide, and then another car. It's Nicholas Boiter off the circuit on the left-hand side of SA corner.
Wow, amazing start. A lot of chaos in that turn 3. Wow, what happened there?
It looks like just too many cars trying to get around the Ferradura, the Descida de Lago corner, and just the inevitable squeeze that goes on. We've got a move potentially here from, is it Dirt Shark and Truckster heading towards the pit lane entry and heading into the pits here already.
Yeah, probably yes, damage. Let's see Barks. It's not actually that close to Dirt Shark to try and move on him. Simapes followed closely by Nicholas Boita. Okay, there we go.
Barks is right behind Dirt Shark and gunning for a place here. He's got a great slipstream down the Retro Aposta and trying to go a wide cutback route. Dirt Shark holding the apex. Barks almost got him around the outside on traction alone, but still just under a quarter of a second behind. But he's also got Sandman right behind Barks as well.
Yeah, and also Simapes is right there, glued to the back of Sandman. Obviously Barks with a soft start has a better traction over Dirt Shark, who's still trying to get some temperature on the mediums, and Barks touched the back of Dirt Shark and probably damaged his front wing. And so this is
Sandman having to run very wide to avoid Barks as well, is now vulnerable to Simapes behind, who waits patiently for his next chance. And it looks like Barks, Leox right at the inside here with a great drive out of Hyun Sao.
Yeah, very good run for Barks, who's go up to P8. Sandman is in the mix with Dirt Shark and Simapes as well. Nicholas Boita spectating behind. Let's see how this folding to go into turn 1. And it's the McLaren ahead, the Red Bull going the long way around, Simapes taking the place over the Red Bull and the Ferrari.
2 places for Simapes. He didn't do it without a tiny bit of contact, but he got there in the end, trying to wait patiently for his best opportunity, and it worked.
Oh, Sandman!
Sandman crashing into the side of Simapes, going for a very speculative move, and Sandman suffering from hitting from too far behind there, Leox.
Yeah. I can't believe how Simapes is still in the race after that dive bomb. Incredible stuff.
I mean, plenty of contact already for Simapes.
Yep. So Barks in P8, Simapes P9, Dirt Shark, and Nicholas Boita is right behind Dirt Shark. It does looks like Dirt Shark doesn't have a good race pace around here.
What else is going on? Battle for P3 at the top. We've got T-Bran versus El Crin. They've got the DRS enabled now. It's the start of, it's the end of lap 3 even, and they're getting super close. NXQK very competitive here with Yoke at this early stage of the race. I hope that he's not taking too much out of the tyres, because consistency has been a big problem for NXQK this season. But right now, he's challenging for the lead, Leox.
Yeah, and Simapes has got through Barks, Nicholas Boita has got through Dirt Shark. So the 2 Mercedes picking up some place. Now Simapes has another opportunity on Scaparo, who has just rejoined. A little bit on the grass, but he managed to get a place over the grass. Yeah, he does. P7 for Simapes.
7th place for Simapes from 20th by midpoint of lap 4 is close to a record, I'm sure. NXQK having a problem on power oversteer, and El Crin slipping up the inside. NXQK trying to hold on around the outside of the Magulo corner. They'll be heading into Yunsan next. A little bit of a touch between the 2 drivers, no major damage I would imagine from both of them, but up the inside of both of them will try El Crin. He's going to try and split the difference, a double toe left and right. Which way do you go? He gets El Crin. Next one is going to be
T-Bran is looping. T-Bran is looping and try to make a move on the NXQK. Amazing straight line speed for T-Bran.
Raposta with that line through the corner, and NXQK derating already. Yoke getting away at the front here. NXQK derating. That'll be food to Tibran, who doesn't mind going around the outside of Decido do Larga. Surely that must mean he'll get the inside coming into the next corner, Ferradura. But NXQK just noses ahead.
Yeah, very good racing from all of them. Now Vumax, after getting 10 places at the start, has now joined this trio to make it 4th, and this is the battle for P2 in the race. Fantastic
William
sub
Boyce
so
joins
far.
us and asks, does Simapez have damage? I'm not sure. He certainly had a couple of touches at different points on the circuit, but whether he has damage, it's certainly not enough to come in and repair.
Yeah. If he has some damage, he's on the left-hand side. As always, the hashtag blast from William Boyce.
How about Tibran now? Tibran going around the outside of NXQK on the way towards the center S's and through, and so does El Crin, does he? Did they touch?
Oh, they don't. They didn't touch.
Beautiful driving from both of them.
Yeah. And SQK staying on the racing line. El Crane tried to make a move around the outside, and now down the inside, going to turn 3. Can he make it? He doesn't. And Vumax is right behind as well. Sicario is joining the party, and so you can count on Simapez.
And as we see so often, a driver finally gets some clear air, and then it goes straight away.
Ooh, Vumax! A late move. A late move from Vumax.
A late move, hard on the brakes, and he left plenty of tire marks on the track afterwards.
Yeah, but he got a place on El Crane without even being close to touch the Williams, and he's already looking to NXQK, and he has a great opportunity going into turn 1.
But just to finish what I was building to, it's Tibran who's got the first penalty of the race so far. But now Wumax, he's just going to spoil me speaking every single time now and gets up the inside of NXQK on traction alone.
Yeah, but NXQK now has the DRS. Wumax overtook too soon. Ooh, NXQK almost pushing the Ferrari in the straight and lose the momentum. And now also El Crane take advantage of that.
Oh, sneaky move from El Crin down the inside of NXQK there.
Yeah, it's not the first time we've seen it.
It really feels like NXQK has possibly used those tyres too quickly, not saving anything, just really monstering the first couple of laps.
And now he's teamed behind ERL Sicario has joined and is looking to get the place over NXQK, rounds over the grass. Let's see, going into this twisty section of the track. He decides to back up.
Just a little further back, we've got Scaparo and Hercus Monte fighting here. Hercus Monte on the inside through Ferradura and La Harina, and now into the SA corner, gets the inside line. That should be job done for Hercus Monte to P9.
Yep, and Scaparo actually is coming back at him, and he's now going down the inside of the Red Bull. Can he make the move? Hercus Monte now have the better line, the inside line. But Scaparo with the grip on the softs can't manage to hold on, and it's gonna be ahead going on in the last corner. Now Hercus Monte has the DRS.
Left a good gap down the inside, but there was no Hercus Monte on the inside. He could have taken a better line.
Barks is just alongside the Red Bull, and is gonna try to make a double overtake, as we see many already today, and there are 3 wide
cars.
Wow! Also Ruthless Peach and Dersha.
And it was Ruthless Peach spinning on the top of the curve of 1, and it's Barks who profited out of all of it. The Red Bulls coming line astern with one another, but Ruthless Peach missing out there when they had 5 cars trying to navigate turn 1.
Yeah, 5 cars is way more than he can carry. And so Ruthless Peach lost the car and lost many places. See Barks.
Both Red Bulls on the same tyre, so no clear choice for Christian Mona to make a decision between the 2 drivers as to who goes first. But Hercus Monte deciding that one against Dirt Shark right now.
Yep. Oh, and still a very big scrap between Barks, Caparo and Hercus Monte. As well up front with El Crane and XQK and Sicario, they're all very close, so let's have a look at it. And XQK trying to come back, and El Crane is now have the opportunity. El Crane goes really defensive, and XQK has to sit back. Let's have a look at the other battle. Scaparo tried to make a move around the outside of the McLaren, brakes really late. Hercus Monte taking a better line, but he doesn't have the grip with those mediums.
That's right, and having to defend from his teammate considerably. Scaparo might get the jump on Barks here around the outside, down into Desida de Lago.
Let's see.
Hold on.
They're really close. They're going to be side by side. And Barks doesn't want to give up the place, and he makes a fantastic move around the outside. Goes a little bit off the track, but he was fairly ahead. Let's see, Barks
leaving the track beautifully open for competition, and it's Scaparo with the 50-50 track split rule, who manages to get around the corners much safer this time.
Yeah, and Scaparo takes place on Barks, but still we have a DRS zone to deal with. Ooh, Scaparo locking up on the last corner, and that's something usual with it. And he lets Barks get first at the DRS detection. But Barks... yeah, I think so, but he didn't manage to, because Barks got the DRS and the position over the ass. And now Arcus Monte is making a move around the outside of Scaparo, and he makes the move stick. But Scaparo is fighting back around the outside. Fantastic traction out of turn 2 for Scaparo, who gets the place back over the Red Bull.
Oh, brilliant stuff. It's great that the field has split, because so often around Brazil we just get a DRS train from first all the way down, but the field is split, so there's several opportunities for different drivers. Looks like Arcus Monte, though, just squeezing ahead of Scaparo. They'll go through La Harina, but Scaparo gets the place back, and in comes Lofty into this one.
Yeah, Dershark was slipping, and Lofty swoops in and say thank you very much with the softs. After 10 laps, still the softs work really, really nicely, and Lofty goes down inside of Arcus Monte, and Arcus Monte has to concede a place. So Lofty gained 2 places in a matter of 2 corners, and now he's going side by side with Arcus Monte on the last corner. So much stuff happening in
Brilliant.
this.
Brilliant side-by-side action going on as Nicolas Boita and Simapez. I think Simapez let Nicolas Boita through there.
Yeah, probably. I think maybe Simapez has some damage, but he's actually using the battery and the DRS, so I think he got overtaken. Now Simapez is trying to overtake Nicolas Boita, going down inside of turn 3, and Simapez gets a very clean move on his teammate.
So maybe it wasn't being let through. Maybe it was just an overtake.
Yeah. It's nice to see these 2 battles. We haven't seen a lot of them. Arcus Monte.
Lap 11, Yoke holds on at the front by 2.9 seconds from T-Brandt. Wumax, Sicario, El Crin, Simapez up from the back, and Nicolas Boita with him, and Lofty getting very, very wide.
Yeah, Arcus Monte almost lost the car, touching with Lofty, but he wisely decides to step back. Let's stay on board with Nicolas Boita then.
Yeah, because the Mercedes are still battling each other and letting the front runners just get a little bit of room to breathe at the moment, Leox. It's not helping them. Yeah,
I think Simapez is not happy with it. He was first in Mexico after 10 laps, after starting P20. So he's not happy. Let's see, Simapez is looking...
got Scaparo down the start-finish straight.
And Vumax is battling with Sicario and has been doing that for the last couple of laps. And there's a yellow flag.
Round goes Dirt Shark. Dirt Shark spinning, and several cars avoiding action. Dirt Shark on the exit of Curva do Sol. Just a complete 360 in the middle of the circuit.
Ooh, and Ruthless Peach getting really, really close with Arcus Monte. Too close for comfort, I think. What happened with Dirt Shark? Did he have contact with someone? Did you see?
I don't think so. I think that was just traction, power oversteer, and he's on the medium tyre as well. So the soft tyre runners holding onto their tyres slightly better at this stage, even than the medium tyre running Dirt Shark. Although he did have a lot of traffic around him. He may have had his front wing aero knocked off by someone cutting across that front. And NXQK is retired from the session. Whereabouts is that? It's in the pits.
Yeah. He went into the pits and retired from the race already, a lap 13, and he was in a very good spot actually. He was in the points.
I'm not sure what that's about. Into the pits though is that Scaparo?
Yeah, it is.
In the Haas. Yeah.
I think it's quite early for the pit stop as well as Dirt Shark, but Dirt Shark probably lost his front wing. Yeah.
But he's losing a lot of time, Scaparo, battling with these other cars. Maybe he just fancies a bit more clear air to run in. Sicario very close here for the final podium position, P3 at the moment on Wumax.
Yep. And there is a slow car turn 1. It looks like a green card, which is an XQK, but has retired from the race.
I think hopefully that car will disappear shortly. Once it registers, but I can't say it will definitely do that. No, it runs off the circuit.
Okay, it's fair.
I think it's disappeared.
Okay, now it is.
It's gone.
Okay,
last now.
And Sicario P3 overtaking Vumax. We were on board with him and taking the podium places, and just in front of him there is Tibran, and he's gonna have DRS now. It's too far away, but in a couple of laps. As well as Nicolas, who is following Simo Pez. I think Simo has some damage to his front wing.
He's certainly not carving through the field yet. This could be a properly competitive race for Simapez with some damage potentially.
Yeah,
maybe he's just taking it easy on the tyres though.
Yeah, it's okay for him, I think, to stay with Nicolas. A real battle is behind as soon as the guy in front of him are gonna pit for a brand new set of mediums or hard if they want to go for a easier one stopper. I think you can do soft medium around here.
Well, I have very little experience with 100% races, unfortunately, so difficult for me to comment, but we will just have to see on this particular track condition, as now Sicario with the DRS perfectly well timed and up ahead before the braking zone. Sicario well ahead and into second place now.
And Sicario is showing some really good pace throughout this last round of the season. He was leading all the last race, and then actually we won. I need to check that. Let me. I think he won. Yeah, he won. One last round, so he's looking.
That's a good way to finish the season, to finish strong and prepare for the next one. Although, of course, next one will be a complete reset for everybody. I'm sure the next season will be on the new game.
Yeah, it will be. And talking about new season, actually, let's talk about the season we're ending. We're ending on a good note with plenty of battle. There is a massive battle for P2 in the championship with 4 drivers: Ruthless Peach, Arkis Monte, Nicolas Boita and Dersharks. So 2 Red Bull, 1 AlphaTauri and 1 Mercedes. The better one looking is now Nicolas Boita in P6, just behind his teammate. And now let's see if Nicolas Boita have the pace to go around the outside of Simapez, and Simapez has to back out of it.
I think they're not fighting too hard. I think they're getting close enough, using the DRS, letting each other past. I think they're building the speed towards the cars in front, Leo. There's a certain amount of cooperation going on here. I think they obviously want to get the best score for the team overall. And with Simapez already champion, it is in the interest of the team if
Nicolas Boita can manage.
Finishes ahead.
Yep.
Yeah.
So probably a very smart decision for the team. Now Simapez does have to try to stay in the DRS range, which is something I'm not useful to say. Used. Used to say. Yep, yeah. That's right. He's 9.5 tenths, so he need a very good last corner, and he does have a good last corner.
Lofty in the pits from the soft tyre in the lap 16 crossover point. And you were just talking about P2 battle, but we've also got a battle for P6, which is between Bark, Sicario and Trugster. So we need to look out for their comparison later on in the race. Also for 9th, which is Tibran, Warren and Zabi. And to separate the bottom 5, only 3 points separate them. Oh, here comes Wumax.
Wumax on Tibran, and Wumax get P3 over the Alpine. And Yoki still in the lead, but Sicario is catching up very quickly. So we might get a very good battle for the lead as Shark takes 3-second time penalty on his brand new set of arts. So I think he's planning to go till the end of the race. And now Nicolas Boita
is half a second behind, but as you were about to say, I'm sure, Nicolas Boita has now caught the rearmost of the lead soft runners. That's T-Bran, and I think it's the crossover point on the medium versus soft pace.
Yeah, I think the mediums are now are now the better tires to have on. A lot more race pace, and in fact Vumax goes into the pit. He doesn't want any trouble, any fight, and you just want to have some really consistent good race pace. And now T-Bran is left alone to fight with the two big shark of Mercedes.
But not Dirt Shark.
No, not Dirt Shark.
Presumably smaller than the two big sharks. Sicario has pulled himself right up to be battling for the lead now. He has the pace Sicario is showing at this point is phenomenal. 4/10 away from Yoke at the front.
Yep, and I think he's going to have a great opportunity going into turn 1 next round. Next lap.
Seems to have done a really good stint here, Leox. He seems to be building the speed, or at least keeping it pretty consistent, whereas everybody else's speed on the soft tyres suddenly dropping off now.
Yeah, it's the crossover point, as you were saying, and so now the medium runners are getting the best out of it.
Oh, we've got a Alfa Romeo round in Yunsao.
Oh,
and we've got an Alfa Romeo round in Desida del Lago. So it looks like the team's just coordinating their problems. As now Sicario for the lead of the race. DRS enabled, gets the inside line, and through he goes. Monty Perret out of the session and retiring from the race.
As well as Simapes getting by Nicolas Boita, because Nicolas Boita had a moment on the last corner, and so Simapes is through and is now P4 and is now catching T-Bran. Is now the leading Mercedes. And let's see, Yoke is already out of the DRS range from Sicario, and so now the Aston Martin has a sweet opportunity to extend the lead as much as it can.
Absolutely fantastic stuff. We've got, so Sicario leads from Yoke and T-Bran, yet to pit, as have El Crin and Barks, 6th and 7th. And then we've got Simapes, Nicolas Boita, who are now in the net lead of the race before the pit stop for the soft tyres, still to come.
Yeah, and Simapes is almost pushing T-Bran through the second sector, and now it's getting really close on the last corner, and he's gonna have.
He needs to be so careful here because he's going to be comfortable with where he's braking, but he now needs to brake where T-Bran brakes to avoid running into him. But not for much longer, Leox.
Yep. Because Simapes is through and is now P3, and Nicolas Boita didn't manage to follow his teammate around, and now T-Bran could slow him down if he doesn't get past him in the next corner. Let's see Nicolas Boita, DRS wide open, energy is on, and it's not trying a late move, and so now is the critical point where if Simapes managed to push away T-Bran and Nicolas Boita, then he's not going to have his teammate behind.
That's right, and Nicolas Boita needs to pounce pretty quickly here. Will he do it into the Pico di Pato corner, where we see a number of moves? Or he has to wait?
But now T-Bran is already on the edge of losing a DRS to Simapes, and he's now out of the second window. Let's have a look also at Ruthless Page and Arcus Monte fighting for P2 in the championship. Let me get the championship so that we can have a look at the moment. Simapes as of
Nicolas Boita, who is about to overtake T-Bran,
and he does,
and successfully down the inside. T-Bran derating down the main straight, and Nicolas Boita through, and now he's got a chase on his hands to try and get back within a second of his teammate Simapes. So T-Bran falling back. Several of the drivers staying out on those soft tyres beyond the distance of everybody else. Hercus Monte right behind Ruthless Peach, who has had a spin, but is in contention for P2 in the championship, I believe.
Yep.
Certainly for the top 2 or 3 positions if Nicolas Boita has a bad night. But at the moment things are going Nicolas Boita's way. I'd be very surprised if he doesn't clinch that second place currently, and it's a Mercedes 1-2, but we'll see.
Arcus Monte is on 59, then Nicolas Boita is on 56, Dershark also at 56, and Ruthless Peach at 50. So Ruthless Peach is kind of away. He does have to win in order to get P2, which is quite unlikely at the moment. So the battle, I think, is between Arcus Monte, Nicolas Boita, and Dershark, but Dershark is quite far back.
Now, I don't know if Nicolas Boita has just unlocked some amazing pace, or Simapez has just allowed his teammate to come up behind him. I don't think he has, because Simapez's gap to Yoke in front has dropped. So I think Nicolas Boita just has a little bit more speed here at this stage of the race.
Yeah, I think Simapez has surely some damage to his front wing, and now Nicolas Boita has to try and get as much advantage as possible.
And they're on identical amounts of ERS as well.
Wow. Yeah, you just remember to get telemetry on lap 22.
Hercus Monte trying to move on Ruthless Peach into Decido de Lago, but no way through just yet. Didn't quite have the overspeed, didn't quite get the exit from the previous corner, but Ruthless Peach has been spending away on his ERS, so he has very little left to fight with. That flashing red light will certainly welcome Hercus Monte to make a move shortly.
Yep, and Simapez is now going to be a sitting duck on his teammate. He goes really defensive on the inside, actually, but let his teammate through.
And I need to know what the Italian version of sitting duck is.
Actually, there is an Italian version, not on top of my mind, but I'll think about it.
Okay.
And now Simapez tries to fight back. He's having a look at the inside, but he does know it's way too far.
Barks pits from lap 20 on lap 22. So just two more drivers who started on the soft tyres left to go, and those are Sicario in the front by 2.5 seconds from Yoke in second, who started near the front as well.
Yep, Barks put a set of mediums. Can he do 48 laps on the medium after doing 22 on the softs? It's quite a challenge.
Yeah, we'll have to see what kind of tyre life the medium starters get out of their mediums, and add a couple, because they're on heavy fuel loads at the start of the race, so you can always get more tyre life out of the latter half of the race. Let's
see Simapez going through turn 1. Nicolas Boita is also catching up to Yoke.
That's got to be a Jaws theme tune moment for Yoke, looking in his mirrors and seeing Nicolas Boita and Simapez, pair of Mercedes, coming up behind him.
Yeah, and Simapez does want to be the one to try and get past Yoke, but he can't, because Nicolas Boita defends himself very well. And now he's six tenths behind Yoke, and he's gonna have the first shot on the next lap.
And we have Truckster pitting on his second set of tyres before Sicario and Yoke pit off their first set.
Yeah, and he's putting a set of mediums. So I think if you can stretch the soft for another 3, maybe 4 laps, you can try to go a soft medium and actually succeed it. But still, at Brazil, the pit lane is so short that it's not that you gain so much by doing one stop less. But let's focus on Nicolas Boita now. He's deploying his ERS, he's opening his DRS, and he's gonna move past Yoke. Let's see Simapez, left to right, he decides to go right, and gets past Yoke. He does.
Just about squeezing around the outside and nipping to the apex. Will he have a good run through the Curva do Sol as well?
Oh, let's see I don't think it will.
Just missing. But Ruthless Peach, again, following Hercus Monte, can't quite get through, but the pitting T-Brand is helping him move forward by 1 place.
There was a car almost top on track. It was an ass. I think it was Caparo. It was Caparo.
It's funny because to my ear it sounds like you don't say the H in Haas. And so
Haas.
it was like you were calling the driver a bit of a name for a moment there. The car off track, it was a bit of an ass. It's just funny.
It doesn't sound very nice, yeah. You're right. Yeah, Scaparo, don't take anything personal as Nicolas Boita goes into the pit.
Wow, interesting. So Nicolas Boita committing to a two-stopper here, unless he goes onto hard tyres.
And
Very
it's not.
interesting
It's
tactic.
going on a softs. So
Wow.
he does want to scroll Simopaz, and is believing Simopaz has to do two stops, or doesn't believe in a one stopper from Simopaz. Since he has damage, it's a very good cause, but to put a set of softs that do 25 laps, you can actually do medium soft softs. So
Nicolas Boita coming out of the pits in some clear air here. He's got just ahead of Hercus Monte, who's fighting with Ruthless Pige. So that's a nice place to come out of the race. He's got 19 seconds of clear air in front of him.
Yeah, very good
And
strategy from Nicolas Boita.
That undercut now on Yoke as well.
Yeah, let's see if Simopaz is gonna copy him, or he's gonna stick with his one stopper, or his longer stint on the medium. I think Nicolas Boita has made the right choice to get rid of the mediums and get rid of Simopaz. And Simopaz continues, so he's not interested. But now Nicolas Boita is gonna unleash some good pace.
Yeah, exactly. William Boita says in the comments quite a while ago, but I've only just got to talk about it, that we need team bosses for season 4. That is an interesting idea.
I think we actually add team bosses for season 2 as Hercus Monte dives into the pit, and now Ruthless Page is now alone.
What I would like to see is team bosses who have to communicate through our party.
Wow.
So we can hear their message to the drivers one way, and then on the broadcast we can hear the strategy being deployed. I think it'd be really, really cool.
Yeah, that would be really, really nice. Just like very good team radio we hear in F1.
Yeah, exactly. As long as the drivers can't talk to each other, because there's no way they'd keep that clean.
No. Exactly.
Well, it's one of those strange times now on track, Leox, where everyone's got a gap to each other. We are waiting for Sicario and Yoke's first pit stops. Is that about to happen? Yoke? No.
No, still waiting. Nicolas Boita has already gained a full second over Yoke in 3/4 of a lap.
Now, what do you think about Sandman's tactic here, putting on the hard tyres just after about 6 laps?
Yeah,
Will you get those to the end?
He had an accident with Simpaz, and I was obviously trying to go to the end, but I don't see that coming. Or if he does, it's not gonna have some good pace.
It's
obviously,
sure going to be a difficult stint, isn't it? Ruthless Pige pits.
It's going to be
mediums.
Softs.
And again, it's very similar to Nicolas Boita, I think, committing here to a two-stopper.
Yeah, let's see Hercus Monte who put the lap before, and he's gonna be ahead, I think. And
There's a long way to go.
Yep,
there we go. Through and safe. Hercus Monte getting the undercut.
Very powerful undercut, because now Ruthless Pige was just behind the Red Bull, is now 1.7 seconds behind. So he lost the DRS, but still we have 43 laps to go, so anything can happen. Let's have a look at the standings to understand who is winning the battle for P2, P9 and also P6, I think. So let's see, Hercus Monte with 59 is now sitting P8 as Nicolas Boita unleashed some really good pace. 1:10.3 is the fastest lap we've had so far, and by being P4 at the moment, Nicolas Boita will clinch P2 in the Drivers' Championship. Der Shark is out of the points at the moment. Ruthless Pige will only get 2, so will not get a bounce and finish P5 in the championship. Barks is P10 but has just pitted, so it's gonna stay P6. And there is a very big battle for P9. Warren, who is out of the race sadly. Thebran, who has a very good spot in P7 and will make the jump on Warren if he managed to finish. And also Sicario with 33 points will get the jump on Truckster and maybe also Barks.
And he pits now as well off the soft tyres on lap 28, so a comfortable one-stop territory, I think, here, even on the medium tyres. R10 winning wide as T-Brand catches him, and they'll be right next to each other. T-Brand probably doesn't want to take him too early, but R10 leaves him no choice whatsoever as he slows on track, either to cool the tyres or to give away the DRS zone. Into the pits then. Sicario, where does he come out of? I'm sure he'll come out in P4 ahead of Wumax.
Yep. Nicolas Boita is doing some quali lap because he has just gone down the wall of 1.10.
Well, obviously he pitted and Simapez didn't, and they were right next to each other on track, and now that gap has dropped down to 13 seconds already with these laps he's putting in on the soft tyre.
Yeah, Simapez is looking to go on a one-stopper, so Nicolas Boita has to catch him, then pit and fight him on track. Which I can see that coming, because Simapez has to do another 10 laps on these old mediums and with some damage on his front wing. So Nicolas Boita has shown us that today he has some great pace and he can fight for the win. He has to watch also to Sicario, who is behind, but it's not gonna stop again.
Yeah, I think Sicario will probably try to get himself as close as Boita takes Yoke, because Yoke's in the pit. The pits now on lap 30, and we've got also Truckster on Dirt Shark down in 12th and 13th places, but Truckster right on the back of Dirt Shark, who is on hard tyres. Truckster catching him super fast, and I think he'll be passed on the next DRS zone.
Yeah. We have seen many times Dirt Shark going on a hard in the early stage of the race.
He won't, because Truckster goes wide through Yun Sao, and that just spoils that. All that hard work he just put in, gone.
Yeah, it's
Into
just...
the pits comes a car in front.
Actually,
no, it's just a slowing car being lapped, is it?
Yeah, it was an Haas.
It's Japara being lapped by a car one lap in front, just one or two places in front of him.
Yeah. So it's Red Bull, Haas and Alpine. Does that sound better?
Much better. It's fine in context. It's just if you say a car goes off the track and it's an ass. It just sounds...
yeah. Doesn't sound really, really family friendly. Yeah.
Yeah, so great. Wumax passes Lofty as Yoke is on the hunt on the back of Wumax here. Tyres should be feeling about equal here. 12 lap old softs for 0 lap old, now 1 lap old mediums on Yoke's car.
Yeah, Wumax is looking to finish the stint on the softs and then get a set of mediums to end the race, so it does need to get some good laps in with the softs, but now Yoke with his shiny set of mediums get past him, and actually they're going side by side, as we've seen many times today already.
Oh, good clean racing though.
Yep.
Good positioning. No one's squeezing each other. And Yoke around the outside of the La Reina corner.
Ooh, Simapez feeling the pressure. 3-second time penalty, and now Nicolas Boita, who has dropped other 4 seconds in 2 laps, now see Simapez a little bit closer.
Very interesting here to see Simapez having some struggles today, and Nicolas Boita right on the pace. It's going to make a different strategy work, but obviously if he can draw close and be close to Simapez, they will still only have 1 pit stop left to make each.
Yeah, Simapez has to do at least 41 lap on the medium, so another 9. We've seen the drivers going 30 laps on the softs, but not having so much pace. So Nicolas Boita has a true shot at the win today. It will be the very first win of this season. Actually, maybe the second. If he won in round 2, let me check that.
So while you check that, I'll just talk you through the places gained. Nicolas Boita is 15 up from his start position. Obviously Simapez up 19, but he still has to pit. Sicario up 8. Great drive so far from Sicario, as is Wumax up 10, and Ruthless Peach up 11. Hercus Monte up 9. Lofty, the biggest loser, still on the track. in 16th position, but things could still change around. We are not quite at half distance.
Yep, Nicolas Boita won the first round, so it would be nice for him to start the season and finish the season with a win, and set up for the next season, Season 4, on the F1 2022 game. Let's see Vumax trying to get back a yoke, and he's trying to make a move.
Struggled to break the car effectively there, but he got it into the corner quite nicely.
Yeah, and he's trying to slingshot. Let's see, Yoke staying on the racing line. Vumax having a look at the inside, but decides to back south because he's way too far over. Let's see Ruthless Page on a crane, and he moves up to P7. Arcus Monte behind has lost the plate to Ruthless Page. I think we lost that. We lost Ruthless Page overtaking the Red Bull. Yep.
Absolutely. William Boita, I think he's hoping that Simon Pez will do a last to first challenge for the whole of the season next season. I'm pretty sure he'll still win if he does that, but of course other drivers will definitely have a chance because things will all be new for the new game. Completely different handling model.
Yep. It'll be nice. I think I'll get some laps in.
I will try and give myself some time to have some laps in, yeah.
Yoke on the inside, Vumax on the outside, and now the Ferrari has a better shot, but Yoke gets plenty of traction on the outside line, and he's actually
too late on the brakes. Late on the brakes, and it didn't work. Now we've got a four-way battle for 6th place. Pige, Tibran, Hercus Monte, and El Crin all in the line as well.
Yeah. Various type of tire. Vumax with old softs, Ruthless Page with fairly new soft, Tibran with fairly new medium, and Arcus Monte with fairly new softs. William Boita, hope the new handling suits my driving style. I would like to see you in the lake to judge that.
Yeah, was it William Boita who just won the PSGL? Was it F12, F13? So he's clearly got some good pace, and he's able to put a championship campaign together.
Yeah. Let's see Vumax still in the fight with Yoke. But it's way too far. Let's have a look at Arcus Monte then. Going down the inside of Tibran. And he does. So Williams responds, nope. I think it was Nicholas actually. I
remember seeing it all over the shop. It was Nicholas, yeah. Did William take part in another season, another division last season as well?
For us?
For anyone, I think he does race, doesn't he?
I don't think. I think he raced once, but from Nicholas' account. It was called Fred Nolasco at the very first two seasons, so I was shocked to see the change of the name. I don't know what happened from Fred Nolasco to Nicolas Boita. It's quite different.
I wonder if one was someone that they were a fan of instead of it being their name. Yeah.
Let's see Vumax. Another episode of the battle with Yoke.
No, Willian did lose his. Yeah, we'll concentrate on this race, of course. Vumax going past, but no, Nicholas was taken out in the final race of his championship, despite having the lead.
Wow. Of a back marker. That doesn't sound that so good.
No, that's pretty bad. Was his name Latifi by any chance?
Go Tiffy, yeah. And Yoke 6th behind Vumax for this lap as we crossed the mid of the half of the race.
Yeah, and Sandman and Barks are a bit busy battling down there. Sandman on hard tyres, Barks on mediums. Shouldn't really have much business battling each other, but it looks like Sandman's got better tyres right now.
Yeah,
or at least a lot more ERS.
Yes, Barks is below 10% and Sandman is over 60, so on the straight Sandman has an opportunity surely. And we saw that
I
earlier.
am really interested to see if these hard tyres will last the whole race for Sandman.
And look at the top. Nicolas Boita is 1.1 second behind Simopaz. So I think we have to stay on board with Nicolas Boita.
Well, I'll stay down in the lower order until they get within range, but currently Sandman is close to Barks and Dirt Shark close to Trugster, so I'll try and keep an eye on those battles while you're looking at the lead.
Yeah. William Boita, the name of Fred Nolasco actually is the name of Nicolas Plashy. I don't know what does it mean.
It's a soft toy.
Okay.
Here comes Sandman round the outside of Barks.
No.
Down the outside and completes the job.
Yeah, I'm not rooting for Barks at all. Let's see Nicolas Boita really, really close to Simopaz, and Simopaz actually let him go.
Interesting.
Actually, Simopaz is using all his ERS, so I think it was a tactic, because he now gets back at his teammate.
The Simopaz, remember, has the penalty, so if they stay level with each other, this could really be interesting later on. We've got 4 different battles going on circuit in one go at the moment.
Yeah, let's see Nicolas Boita for the lead. Simopaz stays in the middle of the track. Nicolas Boita opt for the racing line on the outside line.
That was a squeeze.
Yeah, they touch.
That was a squeeze and a touch.
Oh, they're both using all their energy. Let's see, Simopaz stays ahead. Fantastic defense from the champion.
Wow. I'm not sure that track was strictly split 50-50 there for several moments.
Yeah, but it was fair racing.
I'm sure that the drivers won't report each other. They're having fun today.
Yeah, Nicolas Boita does have the edge on Simopaz for this race, and I think is a little bit frustrated that he didn't manage to get Simopaz on the last lap, but now has a better opportunity. He now has DRS. A clean DRS, cleans lanes. And Simopaz goes into the pit, so...
Okay. 38 laps.
Yes,
that's not really close enough for a soft tyre run to the end, so I think Simopaz might either do hards or a double soft stint.
Yep.
Soft tyres are going on. I think that might be a pit stop left to go for both of the front-running drivers now.
Oh, and Simopaz didn't change his front wing, so I think he didn't have damage. So Nicolas is really topping his race pace today. Yeah, fantastic from Nicolas. But now Nicolas has a very difficult choice, because Simopaz is gonna gain an awful lot of time on his brand new set of softs, and so Nicolas has to push as much as he can for I think 5.
We've got Dirt Shark running wide. Truckster slips through the inside, going into Yun Sao, and well ahead down the main straight.
Oh, let's see. Actually, Vumax goes wide, and now Yoke and Erkis Monte goes through, and now Tibran is gonna get closer as well. And now Erkis Monte is glued to the back of Yoke, battling for P5, and just in front there is Ruthless Page in 4th.
I'm going to have to put out an appeal here to William Boita. If we can get a picture of Fred Nolasco in the Discord, that would make us very happy indeed.
Yeah.
Holding the trophy for the season as well. Any trophy will do.
Yeah. Plashy is a very.
I'm not sure whether Barks is sending a trophy over to Brazil.
I don't think so. He's in Mexico, so it's easier.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
Oh, let's see Arctis Monte on the inside of Yoke, and Arctis Monte goes through in P5.
Beautiful.
Oh, Yoke goes round and he rocks the car. Oh,
and retires from the race after being a front runner for so long. Yoke, unfortunately, was that just one of those aero moments, or a minor loss of focus, do we think, for Yoke?
I think he lost the focus, yeah. Or maybe he was trying to push too hard. Then he killed. Now Barks is getting this yellow flag.
That yellow flag's going to be there for a little bit. Of course, we don't have caution periods here at UKSAs.com, Better Racing League.
Yeah, and so Nicolas can slip good. How do you say that in English? It's not a thing. Simopaz goes by.
I'm just trying to work out what you're trying to say, and then I'll tell you if there's an English.
Good dreams. Can have good dreams. something like that.
Okay, sleep well.
Yep. No,
Rest
okay.
easy would be another way. Yeah.
Yeah, rest easy. Let's say like that. So Simopaz is now P2 17 seconds behind Nicolas Boita, but he has a penalty, so it's kind of the role of switched from before.
But I think with a pit stop left to make each.
Yep. No, I think Simopaz is going to the end of the race.
On softs.
Yeah. He can do 30 laps.
True. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Obviously, it's not gonna work out very nicely, but I don't think he can recover 17 seconds and then do another pit stop.
But how slow will he be on those softs at the end of the race?
Very slow. Very slow. Oh, Nicolas goes it.
Nicolas. In he comes. Is that going to be medium tyres, I wonder, for Nicolas?
No, I think he's going to put a set of softs.
Oh, I would put mediums on here. No, okay.
No.
Softs it is.
Yeah, I think.
Oh, and we've got Ruthless Pige to spin around. Second Spinella for Ruthless Pige in this race, and tries to recover the car now. And whereabouts is he? He is just coming out of Bico di Pato.
Yeah. So the second time for Ruthless Pige was running a very good race after the first spin, but he lost the car and doesn't have traction, and now Vumax is coming very quick at him. So Nicolas Boita,
now stuck in the middle of the two Mercedes is the very quick racing Sicario on better tyres, Leox, to the end of this race. That's going to really open this up for Sicario, I think.
You think? I don't.
I do. No, you don't? Okay.
I think if the guys who started on softs managed to do 30 laps with heavy fuel, I think Simopaz and Nicolas Boita were very, very good at the game. I think
for me, I still think that Sicario will have good tyres at the end of this race compared with the other two.
Yeah, that's for sure. But it's not gonna have a shot at a win. Sicario now letting pass almost Nicolas Boita. He does know that the pace difference it's quite high on these tires, and now Nicolas Boita has to be within 3 seconds of Simopaz.
Has Simopaz had a problem?
Why? Why?
I don't know. I'm surprised that Nicolas Boita's caught that quickly.
Yeah, 4 point. Oh, there was
someone had a problem there.
Yeah.
Who was that? Was it Pige again?
No, it was Zabi. Wow, that was scary. Very.
That was. We need to order a new race suit for the Mercedes drivers. Wow.
Yeah, also for myself.
Well, you commentated a race suit. That's commitment.
Yeah, no, but if you want me to give a race suit. I mean, it kind of hurts. And Sandman goes past Ruthless Pige, who has just picked up for a brand new set of mediums, as well as Sandman for a set of softs, and their Shark for a set of mediums.
So Ruthless Pige trying to secure, I think now 3rd or 4th place in the championship. He's currently overtaking Sandman, but needs to rescue this race. It's been a bit of a difficult one for the AlphaTauri driver so far.
At this stage of the race, with Arquis Monte being P4, Arquis Monte will be actually 1 point ahead of Nicolas Boita in the championship.
Wow. He has had a quiet but successful race so far, although will need to pit again.
Yep, but he's gonna put a set of softs, so it's gonna be quite quick at the end. Vumax is too far away. Tibran is going to the end with his mediums. So
I'm busy watching Ruthless Pige, and I almost said Enter Sandman for a moment there, which is a Metallica reference for anyone watching. I'm glad you got that.
Yeah.
Sandman on the attack now. I've now got the theme tune, the song going around in my head. I think Sandman must have that song playing the whole time.
If he knows Metallic.
Yeah.
Let's see Sandman, and he's now back in the points. P10 and Nicolas Boita with a 190. So it's getting closer to the lap record we have, which is 18.8 from Simopaz in season 2. So only 0.2 separating the best lap. So, Babo.
Saman now getting away from Ruthless Peach very quickly on the new softs.
Obviously,
he's got an 11-second gap to Truckster up ahead.
To the traction on this brand new set of softs is wonderful. The first 3-4 laps,
Bellissimo.
Yeah, bellissimo. There are many adjectives in Italian, but everyone knows only bellissimo.
Okay. Give me some synonyms for bellissimo then.
Maravilhoso.
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 Okay, that's common with Portuguese. Okay.
Okay. Then we have stupendo.
Okay.
You can try that.
Stupendo.
Wow. Good. You should be. You should try be a commentator in Italian.
I'm learning. Sandman's left the session.
Whoa.
Temporarily, I hope. That's just a quick disco, and is going slowly under AI conditions. So hopefully he'll be back with us. We'll use his spare invite. But yeah, if I commentate in any other language than English, I think it will have to be French or Portuguese first, because those are my better specialties.
Yeah, I'll teach you a little bit of Italian off stream, because Crane is now getting past Barks on turn 1.
Beautiful.
Crane with
Great move from Elquin.
with the new mediums, getting past
look
the
at
McLaren.
the difference coming through covered or so.
Yeah,
Tremendous. I got the helicopter view here with the two of them, and he just drifts away from him really, really comfortably.
Can we talk about Nicolas Boita, who has gained 2.5 seconds on Simopaz on the same tires almost?
They've got a good initial bite, haven't they? The soft tyres, but they'll be fairly similar feeling for a little while yet now.
Yeah, Nicolas Boita just need to be in the 3-second window. Let's see if he has any warnings. And
William Boita is saying he thinks Simopez's tyres are overheating already, and he's losing time in Sector 3 compared to Nicolas Boita.
So now you're a strategy, William. An engineer,
I think
actually.
William will tell us whenever he likes when Nicholas is doing better than a rival on track.
Yeah, I think, William, you are rooting for your brother, right? You're not jinxing for him.
Today it looks like yes.
Yeah, okay.
Other times, less so.
We just need that photo of Nicholas with Fred Nolasco.
Yes, and William says normal drivers pit to change tyres, but Barks pits to recharge his ERS. Barks is, he's not scared of spending away that energy, is he?
No, I think it's
hoping
okay.
for new batteries, I think.
Yeah.
Was that a car off the track? No.
No,
I thought Barks just passed somebody off the track. Hercus Monte in the pits. So. Remember, he's battling Nicolas Boita for second place in the championship. We'll see. I think he'll come out of the pits between Tibran and Wimax in what will be 5th place, but with quite a big job on his hands here to wrest second place off Nicolas Boita, who should get the win today, all things being equal with the penalties.
Yeah, if Nicolas get first with the fastest lap, then Hercus Monte has to finish second. But if he managed to snatch the fastest lap with this shiny set of softs, then he just need P3, which is a long way ahead. Over 25 seconds with a fantastic Sicario, a new driver in the last 2 races.
Yeah, he really is going to be great to watch in the World Cup. And in the next season as well. If he stays with us, I think we could have a 3-way battle at the front potentially. But of course, as we've said many times before, it's all going to be different next season. But the World Cup should be really interesting. Sicario, is he from Italy?
Sicario, I don't think so. Let me check that very quickly.
Sounds Italian.
I mean, it kind of does. But I know my Italians in the league.
True.
I'm secretly...
Yeah, secret Italian club in the Tifosi channel. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
Let me see. Is Danish?
Oh, Danish. Wow. Okay, Sakari does not sound Danish. But,
No, not at all.
we live in a multicultural world, so there's no reason why he can't be Danish. Okay, so who will he be racing for? Is he Western Europe, I presume?
Danish. It's
we have England.
Actually, made Europe. We can't say West or East.
No.
Denmark is quite in the middle. Yeah.
True. Oh, I thought the World Cup was going to be Western Europe, Eastern Europe, and England versus the Americas. Is that not right?
Yeah. No, I think it's right. You're talking about the World Cup, yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm not. I'm not informed about the team yet, but
no,
we will.
Okay, it is America. It's usually Americas, England, Europe, and rest of world.
Okay.
But I'm not sure who would be competing from rest of world in that category. Because
We'll
I think
see.
that encompasses nearly everybody we have.
Yeah, it's from America or Europe.
But we have some nice liveries as well. Oh, Hercus Monte
Hercus Monte.
getting moved done quickly on T-Brand.
Yeah,
So
very good.
That's a nice quick build-up of speed, and T-Brand has now got Wimax right behind him as well.
And what
Hercus
is
Monte up to fourth.
What is also Barks on a brand new set of softs with 35% of ERS. Let's
Wow, dizzying heights for Barks.
see. We love you, Barks. Oh, Steve Pez at the 3-second time penalty.
Another one.
Wow.
Have we ever seen such a thing as Simapes
Yeah.
getting 2 penalties in one race?
Yeah, he drank too much before the race.
William Boyce says
Elk.
it's raining here and I'm scared, but I think he means it's raining where he lives rather than on Nicholas's screen.
Yeah, let's hope the power. Oh, El Crane has DNF.
Yeah.
El Crane is out of the race in sector 2.
Elquin on the exit of SA corner.
Sector 1, yes, sure, sorry. So it's the sixth driver today who is out of the race. Pat Warren came out the Paris.
Zabi,
Yep.
Scaparo and Lofty still haven't passed Elquin's stricken cart, but it's Trugster in the pits. Interesting. Okay, so he'll be on a nice run for soft tyres at the end of this race. Nicholas Boyce is within range at the lead here.
Yeah, it's gonna be a very entertaining fight between these two. Obviously, Simon Petz is gonna try his best to induce Nicolas Boita into a mistake. Chad Mercedes lapping a Red Bull from William. Yeah. very singular. Yeah.
Some would say.
Yeah.
But yes, they're coming up behind him for sure.
I know.
Well, there's a league that I race that I commentate for, and they have the weather set to the local weather at the current time.
Wow.
So if we were doing this here and William Boyce was seeing rain out of his window in Brazil, then it would be raining on track on our game, which I think is kind of cool.
Yeah, I can imagine Nicholas practicing only in dry, watching the window and see rain and say, "Nah, it's completely sunny today, guys. What you talking about?" Yeah, Nicholas gaining another 2/10 on this lap, so it's not gonna be a very easy overtake. Obviously, he's storing some of the ERS. Is now up to 75%, so Simon Pez is not gonna have an easy life defending this one.
Now we heard the beep of the DRS closing, but it's not enough, and the speed difference is not so strong to make this an easy one.
Let's have a look at Truckster battling with Barks. And we have another comment. You must write this in my strategy book, William. Yeah. Like the strategy book that Ferrari has for Monaco.
I think that might have got thrown away.
Yeah.
And then burnt. And then thrown in the sea.
Yeah, probably, because...
Oh man. That was rough.
Yeah, very. But let's focus on Nicolas Boita. He's not turning up the engine. So he's just waiting. Maybe he's just gonna sit behind Simpez for another 16 laps.
We should have known this was coming today, because a black Mercedes in 2021 equipment coming from the back in Brazil, guaranteed to be front of the grid, wasn't it?
Yeah. It's just
special speed.
In Brazil, yeah.
Looking for a move on Barks, who is defending, and this is a nice even fight, as it is at the front as well, on the tyre difference here. So just waiting to see if they make a move. I'm just going to look at the penalty situation. Barks and Truckster are equal, and Simapez has 6 seconds alone at the front here in the top 4.
So it's a very quite an even fight between Barks and Truckster on tires and also on penalty. So they're fighting for 2 points at the moment, but their shark is there for second off. So in 16 laps, they could catch him. Yellow flag in sector 3.
Is the gap at the front.
It's Abijaka.
It's not quite there.
Yeah.
See if Truckster can get by Barks this time before the leaders get to the Retroposta. Truckster down the outside, Barks down the inside. They will go 50-50 guaranteed here, because Barks made the rules. And Truckster tries to do the same thing. They give each other such a wide margin. It's going to be neck and neck towards the Descida do Lago.
Barks as the DRS, Truckster as the ERS, but Barks as the better of the two. And gets the place.
I could not get a decent camera angle there.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
Yeah, but Barks got a place on the Alpine, and also stays in P9 actually. So Nicolas Boita got very, very close, 2/10 behind Simapez, but then decides not to overtake. He doesn't want to engage a fight, because it will mean a risk of losing the car and the win.
Yeah, and he's got DRS once again. Just treating his tyres pretty gently here. Using the DRS, doesn't need to push too hard. And using that slipstream whenever he can. What about Truckster this time round? Barks defending down the middle of the track, all the way down the start-finish straight. No way through just yet.
Yeah, Barks preparing the perfectly for the other straight. And now he's gonna place his car in the middle of the track.
Wow, I don't know. Does that constitute a little weave there from Barks?
Nah.
A couple of changes of direction.
he just had a little doubt. Whether to go right or left. We'll pass him. Yeah.
I can't think why.
So Barks still holding on with Truckster, and he's losing actually some time to Dershark, who had enough of the R's and wants to finish the season with the mediums. So
I was thinking Barks doesn't weave, the track moves underneath him.
Oh, let's see Nicolas Boita around the outside.
Front, but it's not. Yeah.
Nicolas Boita around the outside of Simapez, and Simapez still getting his nose in. Nicolas Boita has to leave some space, and now Simapez is going to
daring each other. They were daring each other to brake later than the other one.
Yeah.
And they both went late.
Wow, Simapez, perfect maneuver.
Good defense.
Yeah, he placed the car right at the perfect spot, even when he gets overtaken.
Yeah. Cool and calm, for sure.
Calm and collected.
Truckster, who is closing, might have a sniff of a chance here with Barks derating for a change.
Truckster.
Into what are you seeing from Truckster? Yeah, very late
almost
on the
losing
brakes,
the car. Almost losing the car at the end of sector 1, taking too much.
I'm just switching between two battles. Oh wow! Nicolas Boita shoving the Alfa Romeo out the way. I'd be surprised if his front wing could take that kind of treatment.
What happened?
Well, they were lapping Lofty, I think, who is now coming into the pits, and hopefully Willian can tell us what that looked like from his perspective. But I'm sure Nicolas Boita made contact with the lap car.
And he got some damage. Did you see?
Well, I didn't see any. I can't see any, but you never know with this game.
Yeah, William plays you for us. That would be huge. Even if Simopez does have 6 seconds worth of penalty, with 12 laps remain. And William says, "What up for me?" So, perfect. I think he didn't have a view.
Well, it definitely happened on my screen anyway. I don't know what to say.
Let's see, Traxxter looking on the outside, looking inside, but Barks cover all the spots.
That was Lofty, William. That was Lofty. That was trying to cut back into Yunsao between Simopez and Nicholas Boiter being let through. Wow. Okay. Maybe there's a glitch on the game and Lofty's AI is not really here and it's only here on my screen.
Oh, so Lofty is still... If Lofty is still disconnected... Yeah, it's still disconnected, so... I'm gonna report that.
I can't tell until I find a car who's driving behind him.
Yeah.
At the moment. No, it's Zabi, isn't it? Okay, yeah. So presumably it was ghosted.
Yeah.
So still these two battles, Simopez versus Nicholas Boiter and Barks versus Truckster. Surely Truckster this time. No!
Barks managed to hold on.
Down the inside, but Truckster has a good long run through Decido del Lago and finally gets that place that he's been fighting for about 8 laps now.
Will he
Great
keep
battle with 11 to go.
Will keep it, that's the question. Barks is 5 tenths behind. He does have crucially to stay in the DRS range. He did manage to store a little bit of ERS, but it needs to stay within 6 tenths if he wants to try to get a move on Traxxter.
Oh, so William says no contact between Lofty and I'd say I only saw it from behind Nicholas Boiter on the trackside camera, so it looked like it, but that distance can foreshorten under the effect of the camera angle.
Let's see Barks going down inside of turn 1 on Traxxter, and they're still side by side, and Barks get a better traction of the two, but Traxxter has so much more energy and also the DRS. Barks stays in the middle and late goes a little bit on the right at the very last moment, but still quite a fair racing between the two. Sandman being lapped. His AI is driving for him.
Just looking at the gap to leader at the moment, and I can see that Simopez, Nicholas Boiter have lapped down to P8 currently. Fastest lap lies with Nicholas Boiter by just over 1/10 of a second from Simopez.
So
plenty to still fight for.
Yeah, let's see. Nicholas Boiter has 100% of ERS. Now going down and overtaking around the outside, almost out of the track.
Finally, we see a change for the lead here. That's been a long time coming from Nicholas Boiter.
Yeah, but let's see Simopez.
Waited and waited, didn't he?
Yeah, Simopez is now using his energy, but also Nicholas Boiter. But Simopez is coming faster than him and is going down inside. And Simopez,
I think Nicholas thought he had that taken care of and was too late on the ERS down Reta Raposta.
When Barks overtook back Traxxter as well. So these two couples can leave each other. And now Vumax and Ruthless Peach are in business as well.
Oh good, we need a third battle to watch at the same time.
Yeah, just we don't have enough. But Vumax and Ruthless Peach are on the main straight now, so it's a good time. At least they are separated, and follow him then through there are 2 Mercedes. But Nicholas is a little bit far back this time. Ruthless Peach doesn't want to try the move this time. Now,
I wonder if Nicholas is going to wait to do a move down the Reta Raposta when Simopez can't respond. Let's see what they decide to do here. Nicholas getting within half a second on the way
But I have to interrupt you because Barks and Truckster are still side by side. Actually, now Barks is behind, taking a little bit of the slipstream, but Truckster is ahead for this time.
Wow.
With still 8 laps to go, these two are giving us a very good show, as well as Niklas
Very good show indeed. This has probably been the most consistently entertaining race I think we've watched together, Leox.
Yeah.
With these battles all the way through. It's been fantastic.
Yeah.
And really quick.
Exactly. Only 8 laps to go. And Brazil is a very entertaining track. It's a very good race finale.
Well, the last few I've seen have been like 4-car team battle esports races, and they've been really dull. But this has been great.
Yeah.
So, having just one teammate each definitely seems to help. So it's great.
Yeah. Very much.
The 4-car team battles are as close as we're going to get here to the World Cup, with special team liveries and 4 or 5 car teams. It's really interesting when it comes to the tactics that they deploy.
It's quite confusing, I have to say. And also something that most of the players said to me, that they found different traction, different feeling with multiplayer cars. I think they play on them.
It's something that splits opinion with drivers I talk to. Some swear blind that the cars don't evolve, they don't get adjusted, they handle very differently, or they handle like just one of the regular season cars. But then other drivers will just tell me no, there's no difference at all. So I find it very, very difficult to reach a consensus from them.
Yeah, I think it depends on your style. As now Barks try to stay with Truckster, obviously using the ERS and the DRS as much as he can. With 6 laps to go. Oh, Simapaz, another 3-second time penalty.
That's it, over. That's the win, but battle for the win over and done with now.
Yeah, and it's gonna be our win as well, because we'll get to see Fred Nolasco. Right, William? I want you in the photo as well. The two brothers. And Nicolas Boita with the win, and Arcus Monte in P4, even if Arcus is actually getting quick to Sicario. We haven't talked about much Arcus Monte, because, as you said before, he had a quite race so far, but he's 2.5 seconds behind Sicario. Oh, and Nicolas Boita.
Simapez, what's going on? He's dropped a place.
Yeah, because
it looks like Nicolas Boita a straight fight. I just temporarily lost Simapez's interval. I thought he might have spun around. All I saw was a down red arrow, but Simapez coming back again on Nicolas Boita. He just won't let him have it on the road.
No.
Really, he's determined to win this one on track.
Yeah,
even if he's going to use all the track limits.
He's just staying there, taking care of Nicolas. Doesn't want to make it easy. Still 5 laps. Maybe they want to give us an idea of what next season will look like.
Maybe so. And you were absolutely right on Sicario. He's got no performance in comparison to these soft runners at the end of the race. He has lost a good 30 seconds to the Mercedes runners.
Yeah.
The second stint, yeah.
And Arcus Monte is catching really, really quickly, because he was 2.5 seconds 1 lap ago, and is now 1.1. So it will be sad for Sicario to lose the podium after a very good start, a very good first stint, but credit to Arcus. He's doing everything he can to get the second place in the championship.
Right, now Nicolas has got as close as he has been coming through Curva do Sol. He hasn't made the early move. Oh, he's just too far back, Leox, to get the retaliation on Simapez. Just can't get it through, and Herkus super close as well. Dirt Shark passes Wumax. Wow.
Yeah. Dirt Shark,
the lap for moves.
Out of nowhere, getting past the Ferrari, and now Barks is still closing in on Truckster.
Herkus Monte down the inside for 3rd place here on Sicario. Nice and easy on the brakes. Beautiful stuff. So, up into the podium positions.
Sakari didn't even fight. He has 90% of energy. I think you can...
on then for a late race surge. Ruthless Peach now also trying to make a move here. He's going through Yun Sao and he's right behind Tibran in the Alpine.
Wow, what a fantastic end of the season with many battles at the very last laps. With a contention over also the championship places. Let's see, Tibran and Ruthless Peach still at the same positions with Nicolas Boita as well. Let's have a look at the battle that we were talking before.
Watching Ruthless Peach down the Retro Aposta, taking P5 away from Tibran.
Yeah, Ruthless Peach now moves up into P5, 36 seconds behind Sicario, so Sicario has quite a fine margin to him. And Tibran does also have penalties. Let's see how many. 3 seconds time of penalty as well as Sturrshark, so unless Tibran gets another penalty, it's gonna be safe from Red Bull. Truckster and Barks are still on the same amount, so they're gonna fight till the very end.
Oh, now you see Nicolas Boita half a second behind Simapez and has got quite a lot more ERS in profit. Now, I don't know if I'm giving away too much information to the Boita household here, but he's pressing the button as they go down the start-finish straight. I wonder if Nicolas Boita is going to make the move on this lap.
He does obviously wants to finish ahead of Simapez on track, because that would be nice.
Oh,
but
and there's a car coming out of the pits. It's Sandman's AI car. That could complicate matters somewhat for Simapez. Oh no, dealt with very easily and smoothly.
But
and
not for Nicolas.
Going very wide. That was the Nicolas Boita going wide. That was the Max Verstappen line through that corner.
Yeah, exactly. Ruthless Peach, 3-second time penalty, and now Tibran is back in contention, but
Barks takes Drugster. Sorry, Leox. Barks takes Drugster once again through Desida del Lago.
Fantastic from Barks, amazing move on Drugster, who goes really wide and is going to lose a ton of time to Barks, and this is McLaren opportunity to secure 2 points after a very intense battle between these two. Now Drugster is 1.3 seconds, 1.4 seconds behind, and I think that's might be hit.
Hopefully after the race the boss would drop a no spoiler finishing points order into the description or the comments for this video, because it's going to take some unraveling to see how it all works out, as Dirk Shark on Tibran is coming around the outside down the start finish straight. They will go side by side into the center S, but no.
Ooh, and there's a touch,
giving it a bit of a tail wiggle on the way in the middle of the corner, just like Jensen Button did in his championship winning race on Kobayashi, I believe.
Yeah,
and,
I think it was.
Unfortunately, it didn't work out for Tibran.
Yeah, now Tibran is sitting behind their Shark, so the Shark is now moves up into P6. Amazing end of the race for him.
The lead. Nicolas Boita is in front.
Why did it happen?
It must have been the previous two DRS moves. It happened for Nicolas Boita. I was hoping you caught it, Leox, but it looks like not.
Yeah, it did. Obviously not. Let's see Nicolas Boita now if he can defend on the very last opportunity for Simapez. Simapez is quite far back. He's using all his energy, as well as Nicolas. He's catching Nicolas with the DRS. Let's see. He's gonna go down inside. He's having a look at it. A look.
Oh, very cool driving from Nicolas Boita. Didn't even feel like defending, but now Leox down the Retro Aposta for the last time.
Yeah, let's see Nicolas Boita. And I think it's gonna be safe.
Wow.
Yeah, he tries to scare him off. But
From
Nicolas,
the front-facing camera angle, I had the trackside camera. Man, that looked close, but I presume it wasn't all that close in the end.
No, I'm from the T-pod from Simapez, and he was fairly behind. Let's stay on board with Nicolas Boita, because can be a very special moment for him. Battling Simapez on track with even cars, even performance, and managing to defeat him for the very first time this season, because Nicolas Boita is gonna take the checkered flag and win the Brazilian Grand Prix, and it's gonna be a 1-2 for Mercedes, with Simopes sliding and destroying his car. And now we wait for Marcus Monte and while Ruthless Pigeon and Durshark also cross the line. Ruthless
This
Pigeon.
is how far they are back in the order. Third and fourth places. Obviously, Ruthless Pigeon and Dirtshark were close to being lapped, as was Wumax. T-Brown definitely was lapped. Finished ahead of Barks at the end there. Very close. No, Barks finished ahead of Truckster, didn't he? Indeed.
Yeah.
So Barks winning out that race-long battle he had with Truckster.
Yeah, and Marcus Monte finished on the podium, and it's Sikari at the end, finishing 6.5 seconds behind Marcus Monte. And it has been a very, very good race. Plenty of battle from start to finish. Nicolas Boita gets on top of them with, I have to say, perfect strategy. And it's a 1-2 for Mercedes, and it's also a 1-2 in the... actually, Nicolas Boita got the fastest lap, right? Let me check that.
Yes.
Yeah,
Just.
he did.
Wow.
So he had more win than Marcus Monte. So with even points with Marcus Monte, he's gonna get the place over him, and it's gonna be a 1-2 for Mercedes, also in the driver championship.
Wow. And Simopes with the driver of the day up from the back of the grid, but tremendously close there for second place in the championship.
Yeah.
And Simopes didn't let Nicholas have it easy, especially with the fastest lap, less than a tenth of a second between them.
What's that celebration on the
It's
podium?
throwing copies of the game
Yeah.
all over the place. I'm pretty sure a lot of people be throwing copies of the game themselves at the end of this season.
Yeah. What do you think? What is your driver of the day for today's race?
I'm going to look at the results again, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't give it to the winner ever. Simopes, I'm hesitant to give it to Simopes because he's so much better than everybody else. So let me look at the grid order and everything and make up my mind.
I think I'm gonna give it to... actually, it's a very close call. I think I'm gonna give it to Sicario, because he had such a turnaround for the last two races. Even if he didn't finish on the podium, he managed to get P4. 4 seconds.
For me,
3
it's
seconds.
Hercus.
Arcus Monte from P18 up to the podium places in P3. So that's the end of round 10 of the UKSS.com Bath Racing League Season 3. But this is not the end for this game. We're gonna see you at the World Cup next week. The final order is Nicolas Boita, Simopes, Arcus Monte, Sicario, Ruthless Pish, Durshark, Vumax, Tibran, Barks, and Chuckster completed the top 10. Then Zabishakas, Caparo, Sandman, and Lofty completing, and Al Crane completing the race. And then Yoke, Moti Paris, and XUK Warren, and I missed the last one. So
Don't miss the World Cup. Make sure you're following the channel and following myself on Twitter. I will, of course, tweet where we go. That's at Webo Red 5. Don't miss the World Cup. We're looking forward to that. Should be 4 or 5 25% races at tracks yet to be argued over between myself and Leox.
Yeah.
We've got our drivers of the day, but yeah, great race today.
Thank you so much for staying with us. Thank you so much, Webo.
Always, no problem.
And I'll catch you next week.